Okay, let's work through an example for notes receivable. If you remember in class, notes receivable is money that's coming towards you. So receivables are coming towards you, payables are going away from you. So let's look at an example of this right quick. Notice Acme Company received, let me put it here so it's clear, received a 3-month note. It's a 3% note. Remember, when you hear 3%, you immediately think 3% per year. $6,000 note receivable, so they'll collect $6,000 at the conclusion of 3 months, otherwise known as about 90 days. What would be the adjusting entry on June 30th? You notice that we're just going to make an adjusting entry for 1 month. And this is 1 month out of a 3-month note. So this is pretty quick. This is a third of the note. What it's asking you is what entry do you make? Obviously, when it's saying adjusting entry, here is adjusting interest, because you already are telling the outside world that you have a notes receivable, because you credit cash, right? Credit cash and debit notes receivable. Adjusting is adjusting or accruing for interest. So let's look at what we would do on June 30th. June 30th, remember, when you see percent, immediately 3% per year. So you take your principal, which is $6,000, times 0.03. 0.03 is also the same as 3%. Be careful with your calculators. Some people get a little sloppy with those and get confused. But $6,000, which is the note, times 0.03 is 180 per year. Okay. One of the first things you want to do when you see this per year is you want to convert it, because your problem is you need to make an adjusting entry for 1 month. From June 1st to June 30th, it's just 1 month. So you immediately convert this per year amount to per month. $180 divided by 12 months is $15. So every single month that passes, you earn $15 of interest. So now the adjusting entry is pretty simple. You come over here, you are recognizing 1 month from June 1st to June 30th. Book a debit to interest receivable, because you're telling the outside world, not only do we have a notes receivable, right? Because back here we had, let me write it out, notes receivable, I can spell, and cash. Just trying to hit all the entries here so you can see everything. $6,000. We already made this entry on the very first month, on June 1st. And we're telling the outside world, hey, we lost $6,000 of cash, but we got a $6,000 notes receivable. Here, what we're doing is we're adjusting, right? We're adjusting for the fact that we need to tell the outside world, hey, we've earned some interest. We've earned some interest on this note. Exactly 1 month's worth. 1 month is $15. Hey, outside world, we are due $15 in addition to this notes receivable, which is what the note is actually worth in 3 months. We also have earned some interest. So here's the interest receivable, and here's interest revenue, because we have earned. Remember, we book revenue when earned. And that's our entry on June 30th. Basically, this solves the problem. With this, you know what the adjusting entry is. Knowing me, we're not going to stop there. Let's look at the final entry, the entry we would make at the conclusion of 3 months. Well, this entry we already made, because this is the June 30th entry, so we're done with this one. However, in 3 months, this is a 3-month lease, a 3-month note. We collect our cash for $6,000, so there's our cash coming in. That's to satisfy the note amount. And then we have to make another entry to go ahead and clear the interest. Remember, it's $15 per month, and there's a 3-month note, so 15 times 3 is 45. We're going to get $45 of cash. Okay, so this whole transaction, by the way, we're going to get our $6,000 back and $45 of cash. We want to recognize the fact that our interest receivable, the one we booked back on June 30th, is now collected. So we need to take this off the books. When we collected that $45, that interest receivable is no longer due us, because we just collected it. We collected it not back here, because this is the reason we're doing an accruing entry back on June 30th. We're collecting it here at the conclusion of 3 months. And then the difference, because we didn't just earn $15, we also earned $30. You will carefully note that the sum of interest revenue at the end In other words, on September 1st, count with your fingers. June to July 1st is 1 month. So July 1st, well, hang on. I got to show you my fingers. Here we go. June 1st to July 1st. It's July 1st, August 1st, September 1st. That's a 3-month note. Okay, let's go back here. Here is 1 finger's worth. This is interest earned for 1, and here's interest earned for 2 months, because now 2 months have passed after that first month for a total of 3. You notice that at the end of the day, you set up an interest receivable for $15, and then once the 3 months were up, you go ahead and collect at the end of the cycle. So you earned it as of June 30th, but you're just now collecting it on September 1st. And then, of course, you have to tell the outside world, hey, we didn't just earn $15, we earned $45. 15 back here, 30 here. You'll notice 30 plus 15 is our much hallowed $15 per month. 15 times 3 is 45. 30 and 15. The best way to learn this is practice, doing one after another after another. You notice something that really helps is to break it apart and immediately do 3% per year, multiply how much it would be for an entire year, divide it by months, and then you've got your amount by month. And then pretty easy, because when you go from when 1 month transpires, you just make an interest entry of receivable. Hey, outside world, we're due $15, and we've earned $15. And then when the other 2 months pass, and you get to September 1st, you collect all your cash, which is the $6,000 times the 0.03 for just 3 months. So it's $15 per month. And then you have the interest revenue, which completes the interest revenue cycle of 15 plus 30. These type of problems, the big thing is practice. Practice, practice, practice. You've got to practice these types of problems to become good at them on test day. I hope you found this useful.